Day 3 of the birthday cruise.
We had docked in Jamaica, and this was the beautiful view upon us arriving. So we were sailing into the port. There's the captain there. As we was getting closer to our port, I had breakfast before I got off the ship. This was the view of me from the windjammer. And then we got off the ship to go find our excursion station because we had to go to our excursion by 11, but we had to be there at 10:45. This was just a view of, the people in the shopping plaza area. This is a view of the ship that you can see right from the port, which was very beautiful. And then we found our station to go to our excursion. Because at first I was like, I didn't know where I was supposed to go to go to this excursion. So this is me and my baby waiting for our bus to take us. They did us in like groups of 21. So it was like 21 to a bus. And so we was waiting. And then we finally got boarded our bus and headed to our excursion. It was like 15 minutes away. So we did the rafting in Jamaica because I wanted to do the rafting experience because I see all the girls do the rafting and they be standing on the raft and they be looking real cute. So I was like, I want to do that for us too. So nonetheless, so she was pretty much teaching us about the Falmouth and the parishes there in Jamaica. And then she was pretty much teaching us, different Jamaican words like no problem, eerie, yeah, man. Yeah, so that's pretty much what she was telling us during our ride there. We had the Millers. So if you're ever in Falmouth and you get the Millers, they was very nice, very pleasant people, very comical, so you definitely gonna laugh. This is us arriving to Martha Bray rafting, which is where we went to do our raft. The raft was like 3 miles, so it's roughly about, I think, 90 minutes if I'm not mistaken. But nonetheless, we was like the fourth group, so there was 3 groups ahead of us, so we had to wait. So while we waited, we went down and got our complimentary drink. They gave us a complimentary non-alcoholic beverage. It was like a punch. It was very good. My daughter didn't like it, but I liked it. And this was the view, and the view is beautiful. When I tell you, like, I don't think video and pictures does this place any justice. It really doesn't, no justice. But this was the view of the raft and the I guess where you go rafting. But it was very, very beautiful, like breathtaking, very peaceful. I say Jamaica was peaceful. Like you just feel peace there. I don't know, Lord knows, only Lord knows what goes on in that place because it's peaceful. They played some Christian music, which I was very, very pleased to hear that upon my arrival there. There's a gentleman serving jerk chicken. So you got your jerk chicken on the right. You had to purchase that. It was not included with the experience. Only thing was complimentary was the drink. There was a guy selling bead. On the other side was a lady selling clothes and stuff. I did support and buy my daughter brother some shirts, and I bought like a 2-piece set from her. This is the Jamaican the ginger beer. My daughter was so wanted to try that. It came in handed down that raft. And this is just waiting for our turns to go down the raft. So we were just, standing out in that hot sun, baby. It was hot in Jamaica. I had to take that dress off. And then we finally got to walk down to where we was going to get on the raft. They make these by hand. So these are all made of bamboo. They said the bamboo grow about 2 to 3 inches a day, which is very interesting, but they're made by hand. So they make their own raft. So these are not manufactured. They are made by the locals there. So when you get on the raft, you have to go to a person, which was perfect because it was just me and my daughter that did the excursion. Our friends didn't do it. And so they pretty much have a person assigned to each raft to go down the raft with you, which is basically your captain. We had Captain McLeod. He was an older guy, very nice, very pleasant, very informative. He gave us a lot of knowledge about Falmouth and as well as the rafting, no wild animals. He told us about the wasp there, the termites. We seen a big termite nest. I don't think I got footage of it, but it was like a big one, y'all. And I say big, I mean big, like bigger than the beehive big. But I love Mr. McLeod. Like he was very pleasant. He was like, let him know if we wanted to stop, because he can take breaks and get, let us stop alongside the raft because there's people that sell stuff along the raft. So if you wanted to stop, he would stop. But he was very informative. He gave us a lot of information about the mangoes. We got to see real mangoes, bananas, like a lot of stuff grows along the raft, the lake, or I don't know what it's called. But nonetheless, that water felt so good, y'all. When I tell you the water's like soft, the water is soft. Okay, but it got limestone in it, which is what he was explaining to me. So the water's drinkable because of the limestone. And they offer limestone massages, but your girl didn't get one because I didn't feel like getting all that on me, and then I being wet and all that stuff. And I just didn't. I just wasn't in the place where I wanted somebody to touch me, to be honest. But nonetheless, very, very nice, pleasant experience. There was no fish or anything in the water, no gators, none of that in the water. So definitely do an excursion and do the rafting if you do go to Jamaica. I highly recommend it. 10 out of 10 experience. My daughter kept on her life vest. I eventually took mine off because I wanted to take a cute picture, and he did let me take a picture. As well, he let me hold the bamboo stick to take my picture, but I'll show that in another, post or whatever, so you guys can see that. And then this is pretty much coming to the end of our raft. Definitely make sure you tip your captains, because when you find out how much they get paid for those experiences, it's little to nothing. So definitely tip them. I tipped him because the experience was very, very good. He didn't, do anything that was, made me feel unsafe or anything like that. So I enjoyed my raft experience with Mr. McLeod. And then at the end of the raft, you get to get food, which was very cool. They serve alcohol and stuff like that, but of course your girl don't drink. So my daughter ended up ordering some food, and they also took our picture at the end of our raft. I didn't like the pictures, but I just bought one of them that was kind of like, okay, this is my daughter eating the chicken. It was literally falling off the bone. The fries was good. So definitely do this when you go to Jamaica.